Hi. Sunday, 8th of September. Got my book. We're home from church. Judy doesn't feel well. She had a problem with her shoulder back when we were at Matt's house moving stuff around the boxes, and it's just acting up. So we're taking it easy today. Yesterday we spoke in state conference. I'll get to that in a minute. Last Monday, the 2nd, was personal day, the P-Day, as it's called. We took the elders to Woodland. We just didn't do much. In fact, this whole week feels like we didn't do much. We may have, but didn't feel like it. P-Day is fun day and get things done day, like shopping and laundry. Some of the elders have to take their laundry somewhere else to get it done. Tuesday was district council, 19 elders and sisters there. That's the largest number. They just continue to impress us with their work ethic and their desire to do good things for Heavenly Father, and it's just impressive. Later that day, we took an elder to Santa Rosa. He's going home early. He's got stomach problems he's been dealing with, and they've been working with it for months and months and just can't quite get a handle on it. He would have been going home in December anyway, so it's not too early. He's an outstanding, just an outstanding young man that worked really, really hard, and he was a great role model for others. That turns out to be a long trip for us because we left at 4 o'clock, went and picked him up, and didn't get home till 9. And in order to get to Santa Rosa from Davis, California, you either have to go through some really heavy traffic or you have to climb over some mountains. So this time we decided to climb over some mountains, and that was pretty cool. It was a partially washed out road. It had twisty, curvy. To give you an example, on 2 occasions it said 10 miles an hour. And it was a hairpin turn, and it was 2-lane road, and in 2 places it was washed out being repaired. It was up in grape growing country. It was just beautiful, but it was a little weird. I was just checking to see if the camera was working okay. So that took a long time to get him to Santa Rosa, but a great, great elder. He lives in Utah. I want to say Pleasant Grove? Linden. Nice young man. Be a great catch for some young lady. On a Wednesday, we were working on getting prepared for a Saturday lesson, and we had a lull in the work for going to find people that aren't currently attending to see if we can encourage them to come back. But in the evening, we have our Gospel Studies class, so I had to get ready for that as well. I had done a PowerPoint presentation last week, and nobody showed. So I just tweaked it a little bit, not too much. And then we went and we did have elders and sisters and 2 members, but no one to teach the class to this time. One guy had to work, another one was ill. And so we just had refreshments. That was good. Enjoyed that. They'll be back next week, but this time we did not teach a lesson because of it. So my lesson's ready for next week. That's nice. On Thursday, we did a bunch of work here. Judy did sewing for elders and sisters, and I worked on 2 PowerPoint presentations. One is talking about ministering, and it's like introspective of, am I doing it, and am I doing it well? And it draws out the goodness that comes from serving. And the other one was for leaders, and because we're member leader support for this California Santa Rosa mission. So the other one was for leadership and how to implement the program. And everybody thinks they know how to implement it, and so we're a little arrogant, thinking that we know something that they don't. But we have been going out to inactives, and that's why we did this. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. We were supposed to take a sister to the doctor. That canceled. They decided to take another route, so we did not have to drive. And then Friday, we did purchase a home in Minnesota, so I was working with Dave a little bit on some of that. And then we did a walkthrough video of our apartment here. We had turned in a walkthrough video of another apartment a couple weeks ago, and they liked it quite a bit. So we're going to evidently do walkthrough videos of each of the apartments. So, this is all background administrative kind of stuff, but it helps them to maybe get better rents or better apartments for the elders and sisters. So we're happy to do it. So we finished one of those and learned a couple new things about videos. So that was helpful. Okay, yesterday, Saturday, we had 2 meetings to go to. Stake Conference. That's where the various wards, I think there's 7 or 8, they come together. Each ward is a congregation of 500 to 700 people, and then all of those 7 or 8 come together for Stake Conference twice a year. We spoke in the leadership session of that conference, and we talked about what we've been doing. They wanted to know what our experiences were. And we may have said this before, but in the first 3 months, we kept track of everything because we do these videos and we want to talk to you about something. And so we had a lot of data. It turns out we had 131 encounters or experiences, and of them there were 80% were good and 20% were not so good. And so we talked about that. Also, in reaching out to these people that are inactive, not presently attending, we reached out 250 plus times, meaning we either called them or we texted them or we showed up and delivered a flyer or we did an email. But you count those up, and we did actually 254 touches, reaching out, trying to touch someone. And so we shared that. We only had a 10-minute thing for Judy and I to do, and we stood up at the podium together and we bantered back and forth through the talk. It was a nice way to do it. And last night was what's called an adult session. So leadership in the afternoon and then adult session at night. And just really nice, fine people here in California. One of the counselors to the stake president, the stake president is a doctor, almost retired, and his counselors, one's a teacher in a high school, math teacher, and the other's a professor at UC Davis. And so very intelligent, high-quality people. Was a great meeting. And then we were getting ready to go today, but Judy's shoulder's giving her a problem, so we're not going. A heads up for tomorrow, you may remember we did a service project, had 6 elders and sisters, 3 ward members, 2 trucks, chainsaws, stuff like that, cleaned up property for people. Well, they have an old truck in their driveway that they want to get rid of, and so we've been volunteering to help them with that. We're going to end up donating it to Habitat for Humanity, and so tomorrow we're to meet them. Maybe I'll get pictures of the truck. You may have seen it already. It's just an old, small truck. But I think that brings you up to date. Anything else, Jude?
I'm not listening.
No, she's not listening. She's just recuperating. And so all is well. We're loving what we're doing. We're having a good time. Well, we got asked out to dinner tonight. We don't get asked out very much, but we can't go. We'll go another time. But thanks to all of you. We love you, and have a great weekend. Bye.